Hey everyone, welcome back to the BNS channel. My name is EdieAnne and we're having another Monday Munchies. Today's extremely simple because that's what it's all about with me, because I really, I'm going to start changing my story because I did not like to cook or bake, but I do like to create these little things. So the last couple shows I've done, we did some crepes. Today we're just gonna make some candy, and I'm pretty excited about it because it's super, super simple with our Velata Meltables. So I'm gonna be using the Velata milk chocolate Meltables, and the Meltables are a little bit different than our Belgian chocolate because they are a confectionery wafer. Okay, so they do harden. And we're also going to be using peanut butter. Num, 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 num. Okay, what are we making? What does chocolate and peanut butter make? We're going to make some Reese's cups in candy form. So there's not going to be actual peanut butter inside. However, you could probably do that. But because we have the chocolate and the peanut butter flavors, we're going to make a peanut butter cup candy. Now, for purposes of this video, I am using the regular size cupcake papers, but I would suggest using the mini ones. The mini ones were a little bit too small for me to use on camera. So we're gonna use the big ones, and that just means there's more candy to eat. All right, so the very first thing we need to do is make our peanut butter layer on the bottom. Now, we could do a couple things, and the choice is yours. We could actually put a very small layer of chocolate on the bottom and let that harden, then put peanut butter on top of that, and then another layer of chocolate on top of that. But because we are actually using chocolate and not peanut butter, actual peanut butter that's soft and gooey, I'm only gonna put peanut butter and chocolate, all right? Because I don't wanna overwhelm everybody with too much chocolate. It's very sweet, but it's going to be delicious. So what do we do first? We put peanut butter. We're going to open up our package of, gotta get my handy dandy scissors, my shears from Velata. All right, let's do this. Open this up. Oh, I didn't cut enough. Again, hold on. Hold on to your horses. We're gonna get this bad boy open. There it is. Okay, so understand that it is possible, they're called Meltables for a reason. It's possible that some of them in transition will actually melt together. So see how there's kind of a little chunk in there? But for the most part, oh, that smells delicious. I'm sorry. For the most part, they all are wafers. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in, I don't know, I'm gonna fill the bowl, I think. Because I think they're gonna get used. So I probably used about 3/4 of this bag in this is, how big is this? A cup. This is a cup size bowl, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video so that I can put this in the microwave. And it'll probably be about 30 seconds. I'll stir it up. I'll do 30 seconds again, and then I'll be back. Okay, we're back. I did a 30-second first time, and I stirred it up. And then I only got to about 22 seconds for the second round. And it is perfect consistency. All of it's melted, and it looks beautiful. You can see the peanut butter. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour the peanut butter wafers, melted wafers, into my cupcake dishes. And I actually think I might have used too much, but that's okay. never who used too much sugar, said nobody ever. That's what I was trying to think of. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and use the majority of it. Actually, I think I pretty much did it justice. All right, so here's the trick. When you pour stuff into a cupcake thing like that, if you take it, lift it, and drop it a couple times, just very slightly, you're gonna get it to a nice, smooth level, okay? Now, if you don't want, see how it's kind of spreading a little bit and it's losing a little bit of its nice, smaller shaped form? One of the things that you can do is put it into a cupcake tin to keep the form. I don't really care. So we're just going to put them onto a piece of paper plate. And I'm gonna go and put these in the freezer, refrigerator, whichever you choose. Freezer will take less time. Refrigerator will make it nice and hard and consistent all the way through. So totally your choice, but we will be back. All right, everybody. So while those are in the freezer cooling or hardening, I went ahead and got some milk chocolate flavored Meltables, which is the confectionery wafers. And they are here in this bowl. Now I'm going to go ahead and warm these up. I don't know if you can hear the dog barking. There's some dogs outside. They're playing. It's good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and warm these up and get this ready for the top layer of our Reese's candies, our peanut butter candies. So I want to explain something too real quick. See how these have like this chalky kind of look on the wafer? That's called bloom. And what happens is with good quality chocolate, it actually will separate while it's setting, meaning the confectioner will rise, the flour will rise out on top of the wafer itself. So when you see good quality chocolate, it will have this, what's called bloom. You can look it up. And there's a difference between old age and bloom. With bloom, it actually looks like powder or flour that is on top of the wafer, okay? And you can actually wipe it off. Whereas with old age, it kind of looks like a honeycomb, and it's not usually able to wipe off the chocolate. So big difference, okay? So look up bloom if you're wondering. I'm gonna go and warm this up and we'll be back. Hey guys, I wanted to come back real quick because while that is hardening, it's actually taking a little longer than I expected, but that's okay. I wanted to show you what we're actually talking about and using today. So if you look at, and I'm hoping that this is not upside down. If it is, I'm sorry, we'll have to fix it. But here are the Meltables. There is milk chocolate and there is vanilla. This is on hand or in the catalog at all times. There are others that are available. And of course, this is our Belgium chocolate. So here's the caramel milk, dark milk chocolate, and white chocolate. There are times which you need to ask what the special flavors are. And as of October 1st, the Harvest Collection for Velata has been made available. So there is now going to be peppermint mint bark, as well as dark chocolate mint Meltables. So both of those, plus pumpkin. So there's also going to be pumpkin Meltables, which I think is going to be super awesome for creating some of those Thanksgiving treats, or maybe even Halloween treats, since that's coming up at the end of the month, which is why we're doing our peanut butter candies. Because if you make the candies in small enough papers or containers or whatever you choose to put them in, it can make a great little treat that you put in a bag and you give off to the kids that you know. Obviously, it's hard to give candy that you make to kids that you don't know because they're not sure if there's stuff in it, but that's just sad. So I just wanted to let you guys know that you can check out what's available right now if you go to cookandcreate.net, which is COOKNCREATE.net. cookandcreate.net is my website where you can see all of the current meltables that are available. And I'm gonna go and check and see if this is hardened so that we can finish our little project. Yeah, we're still waiting. Okay, so I just came back real quick. It really hasn't been that much time in between. So by the way, I wanted to say hello. I found this mold. It's a candy mold. And so something like this could be used for candies, making little candies like this, okay? So if you found molds like this, these are probably, well, look at the size of my thumb, you know, so they're kind of thick. And then as far as the size itself, it is actually probably the size of my thumb. So they're not real big. They're probably 2 or 3 bite size. And so this would make a great little candy. So if we wanted to utilize this to make our candies, we could do that. So keep in mind that using candy molds like Wilton candy molds or, you know, any of this is actually Wilton. These work really well because our meltables are confectioner. So that's something that works in these types of molds. And this one is silicone, so it's easy to pop the things out. So yeah, just wanted to come and let you know. All right, guys, I went ahead and did 30 seconds. I want to show you something. See, what happens when you're doing these wafers is it may not look like it's all melted. And I did 30 seconds and then I did another 20 seconds. But what happens is when you start to stir it, the heat that is dissipating from the rest of the chocolate actually will melt those wafers. And I want to make sure you understand that if you over microwave, it will scorch the chocolate and make it gross. So always under melt and let it melt on its own with the heat that's being dissipated through the glass. And you know, glass is better too, right? So see how that's all melted now? And I did not have to do it any longer. And so it's a perfect consistency. All right, I'm gonna go get the cups and we'll be back. Okay, here they are. They are frozen. These are big, thick candies, guys. This is probably not normal. You want to use a smaller size, okay? Look at the difference. This is going to be some mega chocolate that somebody's going to be eating. All right, so let's go ahead and put a layer, not a thick layer, but a layer of this chocolate on top of the peanut butter. Now, keep in mind, if you play with it too much, this chocolate is going to melt what's underneath it. So, you know, keep that in mind. So there's that one. And there is that one. Now we can do that little trick again to flatten it out. There. Probably do it here. I have more room. Okay. Now I'm gonna go and let that harden. So we'll be back one more time. Here, see what it looks like. Num num. So I need to ask you, while we're waiting for that to harden, what do you do with the leftover chocolate? I'll never tell. Hey guys, so while I'm off the camera, I have a wee bit of a confession to make. If you want to hold out to the end of this video, I had already done a Monday Munchie. Kind of the same concept, but I wanted to make little pumpkins, and they didn't quite turn out. So I'm not going to make them with you, but I will amuse you with what the outcome was. So make sure you're watching to the end of this video to see how my little pumpkins came out. I also want to let you know that it's probably been about half an hour, maybe not even, since I've started this project. There wasn't a lot for me to do. However, the longest part obviously was waiting for the chocolate to harden in the freezer. Using the freezer will make it a quicker process. So just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what time frame you're looking at, but certainly while you're waiting for the chocolate to harden, you can be doing other things. So it's not like you have to sit here and wait for all of it to be ready. Now, I'm gonna go and get the chocolate because it is ready. And here is the final product. So let's see what they look like when you take them out of the paper. Ooh. Yum, 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 yum. I'm gonna leave some of the paper on so that I can hold it. But look.
Looky, it looks like a little Reese's cup.
This is one large chunk of chocolate. But imagine what this would be if maybe you had made it in these little things. All right? So you can create all kinds of things by using our Meltables. There's just a lot you can do. So if you love to create candies, the Meltables are excellent. And guess what, guys? They taste amazing. They're creamy, they're smooth, they make your mouth water. Matter of fact, very often I'll eat the wafers right out of the bag without even doing anything. That's how simple it can be. So what is Monday Munchies about? It is about creating food for the soul and memories for the heart. I'm glad that you're joining me here every Monday for my Monday Munchies with Velata and cookandcreate.net. We'll see you next Monday.